Hello and welcome to this video where we'll be exploring the top 6 shooting games for Android and iPhone. Mobile gaming has come a long way in recent years, and shooting games are no exception. With stunning graphics, engaging gameplay, and intuitive controls, shooting games on mobile devices are now more immersive and entertaining than ever before. In this video, we'll be showcasing some of the best shooting games that you can play on your Android or iPhone devices, whether you're a casual or hardcore gamer. So, without further ado, let's dive into the top 6 shooting games for Android and iPhone. On number 6 we have Frag. Frag is a first-person shooter-themed board game published by Steve Jackson Games in the summer of 2001. The game comes with 3 decks of cards, weapons, gadgets and special. Weapons and gadgets are cards that can be picked up by landing on power-up spaces on the board, while special cards can only be obtained by fragging, killing, a player. The game can have several objectives, including, score, being the first player to score a specified number of frags. Survival, being the last person still in the game, so worth to try. On number 5 we have Dead Trigger. Dead Trigger is a zombie-themed first-person survival horror video game developed and published by Madfinger Games. It was released in June 2012 for iOS and Android mobile devices. The game is single-player only. Author Mike and Nathan contributed to the script. The game is set in a world where a plague of an unknown source has killed billions of people and many others turned into dangerous creatures. The rest of humanity is desperately trying to survive in this world. Kyle, the protagonist of the game, meets a group of survivors led by Julian Lawson that created a colony known as New Hope. He joins them and helps them survive. The group also finds a government-run underground bunker and slowly searches it floor by floor. They eventually find out that the plague was planned by a wealthy group. The storyline ends as Julian and Kyle decides to go after them. The game starts at the map screen, where the player can select currently available missions or access in-game features including a shop, casino. So worth to try. On number 4 we have Major Gun 2. Major Gun 2 is a first-person shooter that abandons any elaborate story or plot in favor of a straightforward and action-filled experience. You play a special agent from an anti-terrorist unit, whose goal is to get rid of any possible terrorist threat. That's pretty much it. In Major Gun 2 you don't need to control your character's movements, he moves automatically through the map. You just have to worry about aiming and firing your gun. To the right of the screen, there's a button you can press to activate the sight, and to the left you can find different power-ups. In between missions, you can customize your equipment. There's more than a dozen different weapons you can upgrade with the money you get after each mission, including shotguns, handguns, machine guns, assault rifles, and more. You eventually need all of them to pass the 100+ levels in the game. So worth to try. On number 3 we have Counter-Terrorist Strike. CS is a shooting game with a breathtaking third-person perspective. Players will feel as though they are participating in a realistic experience with each shot they take, and they will have access to an impressive collection of weapons. Defeating terrorists and bringing peace back to the neighborhood are 2 of your most important missions. It would be best if you also worked on improving your shooting skills and becoming proficient in various other impressive techniques. So worth to try. On number 2 we have Bullet Force. Bullet Force is an amazing multiplayer FPS game with great 3D graphics. Create a room, with a maximum number of players, public or private etc., or join one and start shooting. Purchase weapons and extensions such as deadly machine guns and RPGs. Not to mention the awesome abilities that can only be used after you get kill streaks. Go show your skills and become the Bullet Force champion. So worth to try. On number 1 we have ATSS2. ATSS2 is a free new FPS action-packed story mode games recommended for you. This offline action and cover fire game is an intense gun war game, has infinite catchy storyline single player with free time that make you happy with more thrilling missions and advanced shooting games with robot fighting. This action shooters game has modern gun strike with covert-tops mech. Robot.ul love this robot shooting games and mech arena action games play and forget other tactical shooter and critical hit games. Tired of the monotonous boring Warzone's commando gun shooting games where you are not happy to play unlimited sniper and FPS offline shooting games with tactical a lot mission of FPS games? Then try the infinite fast dynamic best FPS shooting games with insane graphics so worth to try.